Hey guys, so in retro news this week, we have all the latest on Stranger Things 2, the Roseanne show, some fresh news on the Ready Player One movie, some gaming news on SNES Classic and SEGA, and lots more on this episode of Retro Crunch. Hey guys, welcome back to Retro Crunch, the nostalgia show that is all about current pop culture movies, music, and games that relates to all things 70s, 80s, and 90s. And first thing that we're going to talk about is what's up with the new Roseanne show that's coming back in 2018. The new show doesn't yet have an air date, but what we do know is that Roseanne and John Goodman will be returning to the show, and there's speculation that Goodman's dying in the last episode of the series will be explained as being a dream sequence. There's been no clear evidence yet of how or if they will explain it. They may be just trying to act like it never did happen. We will also see the return of DJ, Darlene, Jackie, and Becky, and according to TVGuide.com, the show may be focused on Darlene and David's kids, and ABC has cast someone to play Darlene's now 14-year-old daughter Harris, but they are still looking to cast the so far unnamed 9-year-old son. Still not sure if Johnny Galecki, who played David, will be returning to the show or will be playing a limited role given his busy schedule at The Big Bang Theory, though anything is possible. Also, there's been a lot of recent articles that say that the show will make it a point to address the Trump presidency, both good and bad. For those that have followed Roseanne's career, they are aware that she has never shied away from expressing her political views, and this new Roseanne show may just be the platform that she's been looking for. So, tell me, are you excited to get a Roseanne reboot? And how do you think that they're going to explain Dan's death when the series starts? I'd really like to know what you think about that, and you can tell me in the comments section below. Next in retro news, there's updates on Stranger Things 2. And if you're a fan, you already know that the new season will be out on Netflix October 27th. According to the director and executive producer Sean Levy, Will is going to be getting a lot more screen time in the second season. We left off in the last episode of season 1 with Will showing some weird side effects from his trip to the Upside Down. And he could possibly be having some of the same powers that we saw Eleven having, since they both spent a lot of time in the other world. And the creative team that was responsible for season 1 will be returning for season 2. So this will help assure us that we will be getting the same great aesthetic tone, pace, along with the continuation of great character development and storytelling that we expect. And with a tweet that was sent late last year, we also know that the main ensemble cast will be returning. This is very reassuring as well, since almost all of the characters seem to play an important role in the show, and it's great to see Eleven's coming back. Early on, after the end of the first season, there was a lot of speculation on whether she really would be returning. I'm especially excited to see two popular actors from the 80s that are being added to the cast. Paul Reiser, who played the villain Burke in the 1986 horror movie Aliens, and Sean Astin, who we all remember from Goonies and will be playing a nerdy classmate of Will's mom's that works at Radio Shack. The new season will pick up in the fall of 1984, which is 1 year after the first season's events. The reason for this 1 year jump is to help explain why the kids look a little bit older, and it also helps to fill in all the gaps. And last on Stranger Things is that I'm hoping that they're going to explain a few things that are still looming from season 1. For instance, like what was that crap that Will was coughing up in the bathroom? Why did Hopper get in that mysterious car at the end of the finale? And are there going to be any more monsters in the Upside Down? Well, hopefully we will all know that pretty soon. Also, I cannot get enough of hearing about Ready Player One, the movie. For those that do not know, Ready Player One was a book that was written by Ernie Klein and published in August of 2011. The book, which has more 80s pop culture and nostalgia references than pretty much any other book of its time, is being made into a Steven Spielberg movie and is due out on spring of 2018. There's a new photo released in Entertainment Weekly that gives us a glimpse of Parzival's old van that he used to hide away in. It has some pretty good detail and shows us a bit of what it's like when he jacks into the oasis to hunt for the hidden Easter eggs. Also, there's more than likely going to be a lot more new news and information coming out in the next week at the San Diego Comic-Con that should give us a lot more news to drool over, and hopefully we'll see a trailer for the new movie as well. Next up, in gaming news, here's just a public service announcement that although we recently got news that Nintendo is going to be selling the new SNES Classic in September, we cannot yet pre-order it here in the US. There's been no word on when it is going to be up for pre-order, but if it does, at Amazon, Walmart, and Best Buy, you can set up alerts for when it's going to be available. You will probably want to do this if you want to get one fast, because it's going to be one hot item this Christmas. Don't forget that SEGA will have the Mega Drive Flashback coming out in September too. And this one's got 85 games, a pair of wireless controllers, 720p HDMI output, the ability to save the games, and a slot to play your original Sega Genesis or Mega Drive games. Also, the price is going to come in at a mere $79.99. Looks like the 16-bit console wars is happening all over again, man, and I love to hear about that. Up last for our retro sci-fi buffs, if you like classic sci-fi fiction, one of the genre's best magazines can now be accessed online for free. Archive now hosts a collection of the Galaxy Science Fiction magazine, which published some of the genre's best works, such as an early version of Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451 and Alfred Bester's The Demolished Man. The collection contains 355 separate issues ranging from 1950 to 1976, so be sure to check that one out. That's it for the retro news this time, you guys. So if you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.